So here we are for another reveal. This one is number 374. 374. This is a 1947S tubed roll. This one is sealed shut with old tape. There it is, 1947S. I wish I had paid $14 for this roll. It's been wrapped up for quite a while. Get the tape cut. So I have yet another one that has been taped shut with tape I don't like because it does not come off of the plastic tubes well at all. I think I'm through all of it. Yes, I am. The cap is twisting. So here we are. All of the coins in this roll. And I'm ready to get going. Let's see, put this together here real quick. Get this tube out of my way. And here we go. Coin number 1. Rithy. And here's what coin number 1 looks like. We're looking for some double die obverse, double die reverse. Couple of double die obverses, couple of double die reverses. We're looking for repunchment marks as well. Nicely struck 1947S. Check another one of these coins here real quick. This is coin number 2. Okay, folks, I can't do this roll. I can't sell this roll. This entire roll has been lacquered. There's lacquer on the surface of the coins. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I'm trying to figure out a good way to be able to show you that it has lacquer on it. You can see it in the sheen when you're looking under a camera. Let me see if this particular dyno camera will help me with this. It's kind of hard to see, but there is an extra sheen on top of the metal. Yeah, that's the discoloration, the slight discoloration. You can see, well, okay, look right out in front of the mouth where it kind of curves down, a big circle that kind of curves down. There's where the lacquer did not get evenly dispersed on the surface. Right out in front of the mouth there. Show you the other side of this coin. Way too shiny for what you got going on. And I believe this lacquer has been damaged, or something is on the lacquer. But if you look here, you can see that this coin has been lacquered. There, now you can see it pretty well. It's shiny on top of the coin. It's like the coin almost looks wet. I did not know this was the case with this roll. I'm going to have to either find a way to replace or remit your funds back. You can see it above the 7 right there. You got that slight discoloration, that different color right above the 7. It's because the lacquer is a little bit thinner in that area. But this entire roll, it appears, has been lacquered. You can see it pretty well right there. This is a lesson to those of you who have not seen this sort of thing before and would probably not be able to tell the difference without being told. I'm skipping forward about 20 coins and see if it's still like that. Yeah, this whole roll is lacquered. Looks pretty nice until you know what you're looking for. And when you know what you're looking for, it's not pretty. Yeah, not pretty. Lacquer can probably be removed from the coins without damaging the coins too much, but if it were a 1914D, it might be worth trying, but a 47S, it just takes too long and takes too many chemicals, too many fumes, just not worth messing with. So I will probably sell this roll as a whole. No, it's not grease. Lacquer is actually an enamel paint. It's not greasy at all. It's very dry. See, there's a spot of it missing right there in the center where the TED is. There's a big spot of lacquer missing right there. It kind of didn't coat the coin properly. Or somebody used a brush and just missed that spot. But that one spot right there where the TED is does not have any lacquer. Yep, just like clear coat. That's what I'm trying to head for, Coin Dragon. Thank you. Like clear coat. It's a paint. They are nice coins underneath all the lacquer. You'll see that there's a difference in the lacquer above the 7 on this one as well. They are otherwise very nice uncirculated coins. But we cannot do a reveal on these. But what we will do is I am not charging anyone for this roll, but we can still look through it. We're not going to, you're not going to keep any of these coins. I'm just going to keep these and refund you guys because I don't want these coins getting out of here. But we will go ahead and look at them anyway. Well, we've got the time. May as well, right? See if I find anything in these. No double die reverse is known for 1947S. See, now that you know that there's lacquer on them, you can see it. You can see it right here on the 7. Up here above the 7, see that line of kind of an odd color? That's where the lacquer pooled. This is an RPM. It's a very small one. Small split serif on the upper part of the S. That's all we've got there. Take a look at the next one. Kind of had that suspicion when I pulled that first coin out and looked at it. It looked like it was lacquered, but I gave it a second and a third shot to see for sure, and well, yeah, they are kinda Somebody wants to go through the time and trouble. All this lacquer could be removed from these coins successfully. You'd have to soak them in xylene, which is an expensive chemical, to ruin a bunch of it in a soak for a 47S roll. But some of these coins are actually pretty nice. They're not going to come out as bright red as they are now because, well, the removal process of the lacquer and some of the crud that stays behind because of the lacquer bath or the xylene bath is not going to be nice to the overall health of the coin, and it won't be the same color. And some of the blotches and splotches and blots on there from the lacquer won't ever come away because they have permanently colored the coin. These coins have kind of almost a bronzish look, more so than they should. Another spot, see where there's a hair or something that got painted into the lacquer. Now on this particular one, we might be able to see how effective xylene is on this particular kind of lacquer. Sometimes it's shellac, sometimes it's paint, like an enamel. Some of it will come off with xylene, some of it will not. But on this particular one, we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. That xylene sitting on top of the coin now. We're going to see how well it dissolves that lacquer. Not at all. And pick it up, put it on the light and see. Yeah, I don't think any of this is coming off with xylene. Might take a whole lot more effort than this. Let's see how this worked. Nope. Not at all. Didn't even affect it. Yeah, this is probably... I'm going to go with a possibility of this being clear coat enamel. Something that hardens to a point that xylene won't touch it. The only other possibility would be either turpentine or acetone. But either way, it may be impossible to take this off. That's too bad because these are really nice looking coins, but they do have lacquer on them. I will not sell them as uncirculated coins because they are not with lacquer on them. We'll look at a few of them, see what happens. See what we come up with. That's a RPM right there. Let's see how well we can see this RPM looking up close. How about that? You can actually see it right there. You can see it right there, and it's also up here on the upper serif. Be a little difficult to see. Here you can see that split pretty well now. Let me bring it down a little closer, get it in focus, change to a higher pixel value, bring my lighting up, and now you can see it. There it is on the lower mint, the lower part of the mint mark right there. There's a little split, and then you've got this split in the curve right here. This heavy die scratch to the south of the mint mark should be a good sign, good marker. Here's another good sign of lacquer for you. See the bubble? You got bubbles along the rim. There's a couple of more little bubbles right there. That this coin has been lacquered. One good thing with a lacquered coin, it's never going to turn brown. There's another little hair or something that got painted into the surface of the coin. And the lacquer treatment that this received. Go back to the lower resolution, lower light. So, it's another place where my honesty to a fault comes out. I could have just kept my mouth shut, like some other people probably would have, but I can't do that. I cannot allow myself to sell coins as BU coins when they are not. And these are not. They're not cleaned. They're kind of pretty looking. They were shellacked when they were very brand new, beautiful coins. Why would somebody do this? They do this so the coins don't turn. So these coins, as long as this lacquer stays on these coins, they will never turn color. So you will have a red 1947S forever and ever, amen. Unfortunately, it isn't quite the right shade of red. It doesn't look right when you look at them in the light. And they just don't have they don't have the originality. Here we go. There's a part where the lacquer is actually peeling off of a coin. So therein lies my proof. Definitely lacquer. Let's see if I can. Use my little plastic roll opening tool here. We'll scratch at it just a little bit. Yep. It's a little sheet of lacquer laying on the coin right there. A little flake. I just got it off. There you go. So absolutely no chance these are not lacquered, that I'm making some mistake. This is nearly 50 years of experience talking to you. Definite lacquer. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Had what was such a great roll. I'm going to send a group email out to everyone who was in this roll, and I'm going to ask if you're going to want a refund or if you're going to want you know what? I may have another 47S roll. I'll have to check to see if I can replace this. If I can replace it, I'll replace it. I'd rather give you guys coins than return your money that you've already paid hoping to get a nice coin. I'd rather give you the coins. But this is definitely what lacquer looks like on coins. It's not highly noticeable. It takes just a little bit of experience to know what you're looking at. See, there's another hair right there that's been painted into the surface of the coin. Little hair or fiber or something. It's never going to heal if I don't stop picking it. I like picking it like lacquer scabs. You're so funny. There's another bubble down there below the mint mark at the rim. Sometimes you'll find bubbles all over them. Ran into a 1943S roll the other day. Beautiful coins. Lacquered. Nice, beautiful shine to them until you get them under a scope and you look at them. Lacquer. Lacquer, lacquer. Here's another one that's partially, I'm going to say partially unplated. Have a little bit of lacquer peeling up on this one, causing that difference in color. There's the peel. Jeff, I'll send this to you. I'll carefully put this one on a flip and send it to you. So you've got a piece that doesn't have it. You've got the piece where it came off. There you go. There's a lacquered penny. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this show. I will work on trying to find a replacement for roll number 374. But these coins are not being sold I will probably return these to the person I got them from. And we will look for another 1947S roll to go through. And I will reschedule the show under the same number, probably as a 374A, because it'll be a replacement roll. And we will move on today. I'm going to cut it for about 10 minutes, and I'll be back with reveal number 375. It's going to be a 1951D roll. 1951D will be ready in just a few minutes. Give me a few minutes to get set up, and I'll be right back.